welcome to the international show, sponsored by Star Central and presented by the gentleman of country radio, Mark Eckel, with Australia's First Lady of Song, Shaza Leigh.
Once again, it's a very, very good morning to all those wonderful listeners worldwide tuning in to Oz Radio Gold, simulcasting on Oz Country Music Radio and Allied International Radio. Mark Eckel behind the microphone, taking you through for the next wonderful hour, and also introducing to you my co-host, the fabulous Shaza Leigh. Hi, Shaz.
Good morning, Mark. It's fantastic to be with you again this morning. Hello to all our listeners, and we're coming to you from LBS Music Land in Tamworth this morning.
Fantastic, and we've got a jam-packed show today with a little bit of a twist, because we're going to have two interviews at the top of the show, Shaza.
We are, and it's really exciting to do something different like that. It was just the way that it fell that we have these two great new singles that are on rotation at the moment. So it was wonderful to be able to include two instead of just the single interview.
Yes, so we'll have Dianne Coombes first up in the first half hour, or the second half hour, to start up the second half hour, and then after that we'll have Miguel Rios, who I haven't spoken to live on air, and I'm really looking forward to introducing Rios to you all. But first and foremost, Shaza, and we're going to fly into the show today because we've got so much Star Central stuff happening at the moment. We're going to go to the young Amy Ryan. What do you think if we go and play Walking Against the Wind?
I think that's a fantastic idea. Amy released this as one of the earlier singles. She's been travelling Australia with her music since she won the CCMA National Talent Quest, and we thought it would be great to revisit one of her hit singles, Walking Against the Wind.
And we might play it for her mum and dad, who are great supporters.
Fantastic.
There's a winding path stretching through the valley. It's like a line connecting you and me. At both ends we're walking slowly to each other. We should be getting closer after all this time, following the fence line through the day and night. But the wind keeps blowing, blowing you further from my mind. But we're not running to each other, just moving away from fear. We're on the road to losing love, walking against the wind, walking against the wind. It's like we're going nowhere fast, walking against the wind. We're walking against the wind. The view from above doesn't show the little changes, the heavy weight that's hiding way in the hills. Memories that ricochet from when you were a part of me. The little things that meant the most to both of us. Distance growing too strong, breaking our hearts. Our warmth is now fading, fading faster than my jeans. We're not running to each other, just moving away from fear. We're on the road to losing love, walking against the wind, walking against the wind. It's like we're going against, walking against, we're walking against, walking against the wind.
Fabulous Amy Ryan, Walking Against the Wind, and she is not just a lovely vocalist in her own right, but a wonderful songwriter. Just fabulous stuff, and we are predicting a very, very big career for Amy Ryan. We're going to go and play something from our gospel list now. Shaza, what have you chosen for us?
I've chosen a song called Faith Like Jesus, and this was released by We For Thee, is the name of the group that was marketed. The writer was Randall Parker Cohen, and this song just really stood up on radio when we released it back in March. It hit all of the charts and topped the gospel chart here in Australia for a couple of months. Brilliant song. Faith Like Jesus.
Yes, and I'm waiting for his next release. It's not too far away, Shaza, so you'll be happy to know that.
Very happy.
So let's go with this fabulous song.
My flag is waving, 'cause I got no more fight remaining. When the light is down behind a wall of doubt in my mind, when fear of what tomorrow brings gets in my heart, it sends me wandering through an open door, down a corridor full of lies. I know you can't carry me through this wilderness like 1,000 times before, but won't you teach my feet how to walk to you? Lord, be my strength, build me up. I want a faith that never stops. Teach me to walk with you in freedom and have faith like Jesus. Be my peace on this cross. I want to live beyond these walls. Teach me to praise you as I'm bleeding and have faith like Jesus. Give me faith like Jesus. When I can't find a prayer to speak and I've been everywhere but on my knees, when my circumstance tells my tired hands to let go, I know you can lift me out of my stormy seas, set me gently on the shore, but won't you teach my feet just to walk to you? Lord, be my strength, build me up. I want a faith that never stops. Teach me to walk with you in freedom and have faith like Jesus. Be my peace on this cross. I want to live beyond these walls. Teach me to praise you as I'm bleeding and have faith like Jesus. The kind of faith to stand before a king and stand for you. The kind where nothing's in between your word and what I do. And I would die for you. Lord, be my strength, build me up. I want a faith that never stops. Teach me to walk with you in freedom and have faith like Jesus. Oh, be my peace on this cross. I want to live beyond these walls.
like Jesus, we for thee. And I am just touting Randy. Come on, Randy, give us another one, mate. What a fabulous songwriter he is. All right, well, we've got to celebrate Sandy Summers' birthday today because she is such a wonderful lady. Great listener to Oz Radio Gold and Oz CMR. So from Shaza, Peggy, Lindsay and the whole team, Sandy, have a great birthday and here's Hell of a Highway.
You're listening to a Star Central single release, available to radio stations around the world.
I can see your tailgate covered in reflected tape, cruising on up ahead. I pull the shifter back again, feel the rubber grip and tear up front is where I'm gonna get. I level with you near a glide along the side, motor thumping like an 80s band. You could be a Hemsworth, Peter Cruz fast action movie man. The house is hell of a highway feeling for you now. I got my window pulled down and the breeze is blowing my hair down. Better keep my eyes straight, really try to concentrate, don't wanna do no do-si-do. I love this hell of a highway, bringing me home. Well, I pulled in to get some gas, popped the bonnet in a flash, topping up that washing pan. Heat coming off of her, teasing up my fancy skirt. She wants to get rolling again. Drop her keys on the ground, fumble, then I look around. Glasses clutched in my hand. Well, who'da known it's tailgate reflective tape action man. Well, how's this hell of a highway feeling for you now? You got your window pulled down, I can see you checking me out. You better keep your eyes straight, really try to concentrate, don't wanna do no do-si-do. I love this hell of a highway, bringing me home. Well, how's this hell of a highway feeling for you now? I got my window pulled down and the breeze is blowing my hair about. Yeah, better keep my eyes straight, really try to concentrate, don't wanna do no do-si-do. I love this hell of a highway, bringing me home. Yeah, I love this hell of a highway, bringing me home.
The Star
Yes,
Central
that's
team
Sandy
thank you for
Summers,
listening
a hell of
to
a
another great
highway,
artist.
and her birthday today. Well, it's terrific having you all on board, folks. International show with my co-host Shaza Leigh, and we're going to do something very exciting now. Well, we're always doing something exciting, aren't we, Shaza?
Always, always.
We've got the wonderful Levi Coby. Now, we all know he's a Southern girl that was number one right around Oz and internationally. Well, I can tell you this, that Levi Coby has a brand new song out, and it's a trucking song. So thanks, Levi, for giving us a heads up on this song. Folks, just listen out for this one. It's called F-150, and I think you're hearing it for the first time too, Shaza, aren't you?
I am, and if it goes as well as Southern Girl did for him, it was a massive hit and hung around for months on radio in Australia and internationally. It went to number one on most of the charts. So if this one goes as well, he's going to have a back-to-back massive chart success.
Yes, well, you listen to it. I love it. So here we go with Levi Coby and F-150, folks.
it up, get on my truck, hit the start and crank it up. I love to hear that baby roar, 'cause I'm gonna see my girl, the one who changed my world. And I sure like riding in my F-150, got the good Lord right with me, cruising along, yeah. Pretty girl right by my side, so beautiful I ain't lying. She's like some country song, we just cruising along, yeah. We just cruising along, yeah. Got to her door and she walked in. Yeah, she's got these eyes that shine, so beautiful, just takes my breath. When we go for a ride, riding in my F-150, got the good Lord right with me, cruising along, yeah. Pretty girl right by my side, so beautiful I ain't lying. She's like some country song, and we just cruising along, yeah. We just cruising along, yeah. And I will see your pretty smile as I'm breaking down. You take my breath in the pretty white dress, sweet sailor vibes. Packing up my F-150, my whole life's right here with me, moving on, yeah. Pretty girl right by my side, so beautiful I ain't lying. She's like some country song, we just cruising along, yeah. We just cruising along, yeah. We just cruising along, yeah. We just cruising along,
Well, you've heard what I think about it. I want to know what you think about this, Shaza. What a great song.
Look, I think that this one's just going to carry on beautifully from the first one. And like I said, Southern Girl went so well. I think F-150 is going to top it all too. Excellent work, Levi Coby.
Yes, indeed. All right, well, we're going to go now to a fabulous duo. They won Duo of the Year an Australian Independent Award some time ago, and since then they've just gone from, from being a recognised duo to being one of Australia's finest independents. I'm talking about Dave and Patsy, but now Patsy and Dave, and now known as Patsy and Dave, but they were the long and the short of it. They're going to do great things because they've got another new album coming out, and I think it's on the 6th of September, Shaza.
Yes, the long and short of it have achieved great success in Australia, and they have become renowned as one of the great duos we've ever had in this country. They were actually inducted onto the Australian Country Music Wall of Honour last year, and for them to rebrand now as Patsy and Dave, we've all affectionately known them as that, and that's the name that they're going to be taking internationally. So we wish them every success. Their music is fantastic, and this track we've chosen today is one of my favourites. It topped the charts in both the contemporary and in the traditional country, and that's a pretty special song.
Yeah, absolutely. And Shaza, you've always said to me that their production is always top class too with their songs that they release.
It is. Their production is amongst the best in the world. It stands up anywhere. And whenever you get one of their tracks, you look forward to hearing what they've actually delivered as far as the song goes, because you know that everything is going to be great. It's going to be just a matter of whether that song is going to fit your formatting as a station.
Here they are, Patsy and Dave, and Beside You.
You're listening to a Star Central single release, available to radio stations around the world.
The moonlight shines through our window pane as we lie breathless from the love that we just made. You close your eyes and slowly fall asleep, and then I sigh as I watch you on those satin sheets. Sometimes I lie awake and I just watch you sleeping. I love the way your body moves while you're breathing. No matter where we go or what we go, I always want to wake up beside you. The sunlight shines and lights your pretty face as your golden hair caresses the pillowcase. Your perfume lingers in the morning air, and the room is quiet like a Sunday prayer. Sometimes I lie awake and I just watch you sleeping. I love the way your body moves while you're breathing. No matter where we go, what we go through, I always wanna wake up beside you. Beside you, the world is safe and I surrender. Beside you, I am strong but I am tender. Oh, beside you. Just watch you sleeping. I love the way your body moves while you're breathing. No matter where we go or what we go through, I always wanna wake up beside you. Yes, I always wanna wake up beside you. Oh, baby.
You're listening to a Star Central single release, available to radio stations around the world. The Star Central
the long and the short of
thanks
it,
you for
or
listening to
Patsy
another
and
great
Dave,
artist.
as they're known today, folks. All right, Shaza, we've come to the close of our part of the programming, because we've got Dianne Coombes coming up and Miguel Rios, so don't go anywhere, folks. How about if we go out with Anthony Baxter and Lindsay Butler from that wonderful album that they've put out, and play boomerang guitars?
We thought that'd be a great idea. They're both actually recording in Country Music Capital as we speak. They're in the studio laying tracks for Anthony's new album. So we thought it'd be great to go out with the title track.
Fantastic. And a little bit of good news for next week. We believe that Rachel Gillette might be coming into the studio.
Yes, Rachel's coming in to record her new single, which will come out on the LBS 30th anniversary album. So that's going to be in the next few weeks. We're starting to bring the artists through now.
Oh, I'm very excited about that. Okay, thanks very much, Shaza, and we'll catch up with you next week.
Thanks, Mark. Have a great week.
Bye for now.
his way, raised his children to be the same, each one proud to bear his name. Now they share the pain he left today. Though he never was a man of God, he kept his word as if he was. He said we live and then we're gone, we're just gone. He always tried to put his family first, especially when times were at their worst. And now by our Father's choice, the angels take him home. He made his fortune and ruled his world as the puzzle of life unfurled. A proud and self-made man with a little spark. And as the family all gather round in eerie silence without a sound, and all their heads bowed down, he left his mark. Though he never was a man of God, he kept his word as if he was. He said we live and then we're gone, we're just gone. He always tried to put his family first, especially when times were at their worst. And now by our Father's choice, the angels take him home. Now by our Father's choice, the angels take him home.
As promised, here is the fabulous Dianne Coombes joining us to talk about her new song. Hi Dianne, how are you?
Good morning, I'm very well, thank you.
I know you've been very, very busy, Dianne, and that's fantastic, getting around and singing your beautiful music and working in with your day job. So how on earth do you get the time, but particularly to sit down and write something that's pretty dear to your heart, this song, isn't it? Hearts Drawn in the Sand.
Is.
Yes, tell us about it.
Well, it's a song that's written primarily about how love can make just such a difference in your life, to how do you see ordinary everyday things. You see the absolute beauty in them, and even, raindrops to all sorts of things. You just have a different perspective on life. It gives you so much in the way of riches, and also how, the suffering or the heartbreak we have in life tends to make us appreciate love so much more when it appears in our life.
Yes, and if I always say that if parents lose their children before they go, it's just the worst thing that can happen, isn't it?
I cannot imagine surviving that situation. Yeah, that would be dreadful.
Yeah. Yes. And so, Dianne, I'm so pleased that you've brought this one out, because Start Where You Are was such a good song for you, wasn't it?
Oh, thank you. Yes, it was a great song. I really, really love the message in that song as well. It just it's an encouraging song. Just get a go on. Just start where you are. Don't wait for things to be perfect, and don't think it's too late. Don't ever give up.
Well, we just hope that you're going to continue writing, Dianne, because you're putting out such a beautiful material at the moment. And you use the same studio too, don't you, Di?
Yes, all of these singles have been out of the same studio, which was Angus Gill's studio down in Wallhope.
Yes.
So he's been excellent. He's just so good at what he does.
Yeah, he's got an ear for your music. That's obvious too. And you've got an album coming out, have you? Shortly?
I do.
Great.
Yes, very shortly. Ripples. So all these singles have come from that album, but the whole album will be released in September. So pretty exciting times.
Well, we'll be looking forward to that. So thanks, Dianne, for giving us a call today and being part of the international show. You're such an important ingredient in my playlist at the moment, loved by all. So I really mean that.
Wonderful.
I really mean that. And all the best with the Hearts Drawn in the Sand, and have a lovely day.
Thank you very much, Mark. Same to you and to everybody out there in listening land. Thank you.
Good on you, Di. Bye.
You're listening to a Star Central single release, available to radio stations around the world.
Isn't it lovely how raindrops catch the streetlights? Liquid silver, they dance for us to see. And as stars appear, diamonds on black velvet. Oh, but nothing shines like love you bring to me. Love surprises as its own plan. Who would have thought it? Baby, we stand, laughing like children, holding hands and writing our initials in, hearts drawn in the sand. We've been a long time waiting for this moment. Both of us lonely, barely getting by. Now we find us past sorrow makes it sweeter. And I will hold you till the sun falls from the sky. Life surprises as its own plan. Who would have thought it? Baby, we stand, laughing like children, holding hands and writing our initials in, hearts drawn in the sand. Life surprises as its own plan. Who would have thought it? Baby, here we stand, laughing like children, holding hands and writing our initials in, hearts drawn in the sand. Writing our initials in, hearts drawn in the sand.
The Star Central team thanks you for listening to another great artist. Purchase this track now, direct from the artist's website.
Yes, that is the fabulous Dianne Coombes there. and what a terrific song that is, Hearts Drawn in the Sand. You are tuned into the International Show, and this is a podcast right around the world, and really pleased to see how the show's taken off, and much to the gratitude of the work done behind the scenes with Peggy Gilchrist and Shaza at the LBS studios in Tamworth. You are tuned in to OzCountryMusicRadio.com, Oz Radio Gold and Allied International Radio. And our next interview on our showcase today is Miguel Rios. Hello, Miguel. How are you?
Hello, Mark. I'm good. How are you, mate?
Very, very well, mate. You have a famous name. You realise that, don't you?
I do. I realise that. I've never asked the old man if he had that in mind when he gave me the name. But yes, a very famous name.
Yes, and you don't have to pay any patent on it or anything like that. But the two songs that Miguel Rios have brought out that really made him Song of Joy and Like an Eagle are two of my favourite songs from the past. And when this your track was sent to me, Innocent Man, and it had Miguel Rios, I contacted Shaza and I said, have you got the name right?
Yeah, I know. I got a fair bit of confusion about it. But,
well done.
You've got to roll with it.
Yeah. Now, Miguel, let's go back a little bit because you're a new name to our country scene as far as Oz Country Music Radio is concerned, and Oz Radio Gold, and it's just fabulous to be able to introduce such a great talent. Do you go quite a way back because you've got two albums out? Did it all start up in Queensland?
Yeah. I started playing music when I was about 11. I started playing guitar when I was about 11, so I've been playing over 35 years.
Wow.
And had a band up in North Queensland. I'm from the Atherton Tablelands originally.
Right.
And had a band up there as a teenager, and then we moved as a whole band first to Brisbane and then to Melbourne eventually, and performed down here as a five-piece, sort of like a rock and roll band for a number of years, for about 8 or 9 years. And then I started playing, when that sort of folded in, I was just a guitarist really with that, and I would write as well. I've always written since my mid-teens.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah, go on.
I was just saying I got really drawn into the idea of writing songs at about that mid-teenage year, and thought this is a really amazing process to try and get a handle on, because in my opinion you never quite get a handle on it. It's a very mysterious thing, and I've just been doing it since. Yeah,
well, that what interests me most is your songwriting, but if we go right back to the Atherton Tablelands and where you were brought up, was there music in your family?
Yeah, I grew up in a very large, amongst a very large group of people, and there's a massive record collection, and we also had a little recording studio there as well.
Okay.
And lots of people playing music, and my guitar teacher actually lived with us on the same property. So, and he was a really good bluesman and a really good finger picker. He did bluegrass finger picking. That's where I sort of started off, learning John Fahey and Leo Kottke and old blues stuff.
Wow.
As well.
Well, you really walked into the country genre, didn't you?
That's right. That's right.
And about the songwriting, when did that first appear? In your makeup.
I think in sort of midway through high school, I wasn't a very attentive student. But I really got into English as a subject. I really started enjoying poetry and books, and so I read my way through high school. I didn't really pay much attention, but I would just read, like voracious appetite for reading, and I would be reading all the time. And I think that's what really fueled my songwriting and gave me the depth to it. And then since then, I've always written. But as I say, it's elusive. One day you can do it, the next day you can't.
Yeah. Have you ever sought out workshops?
Where I met Lola was in the DAG in 2018 up near Tamworth there in Nundle. But until then, no, because I sort of had a guitar teacher that would give me a lot of material, and we sort of had a little guitar playing school, and that involves like songwriting and stuff, just within the community. And I think that was all the workshop I did, and I hadn't really written with anyone else until I did the collaboration with Lola.
Yeah, and of course we're talking about the fabulous Lola Brinton, aren't we?
That's right.
What a songwriter.
She's excellent, and it was great when I met her at Tamworth. At Nundle, it was just great to meet someone who was so into it and was passionate about it and had great lyrics. So I loved that process of having a whole week that was just dedicated solely to writing songs. And
Lola's so influential too, isn't she?
She is, yeah, she is. And
would have helped you with your career.
Yeah, and very, very passionate about it. You know, I think that's what it means a lot to me with music is you got to be into it, and you got to I guess be doing it for those reasons first and foremost, and then everything else comes on top of that. Yeah,
let's start talking about this wonderful song. When it first came to us, I think I had the same perspective that Shaza had too, and Shaza, of course, is a songwriting whiz and a incredible award winner. And she said that this is it's different, Mark. You have to have a listen to this and tell me what you think before we sort of take it under our arm to go out and promote. And I had to listen to it, and I was really taken back because it was so different. And so we thought, well, I think we have somebody that we can really work with here, and that's the way I look at it. I just think that this is so. It's I don't know how to explain the song. Really, it's an in-depth look, and it's got a sort of its own sound, hasn't it? You've done this, and it's very unique.
Yeah, well, thanks for saying that, Mark. I appreciate you having a deep listen to it like that, because we put it together in 2018. There's someone else involved, Martin Sykes, who's a terrific guitar player. He lives on the Sunshine Coast, so he was involved in the writing of the song as well, and we put it together, and then I demoed it. I came back to Melbourne and I just demoed it and did heaps of work on it. So it's had heaps of like pre-production done on it and ideas, and we really wanted to have that chain gang sort of sound to it and that rhythm, and that was the sort of thing that held it all together. And when I asked a really, really great musician and producer Hugo Race to produce it for us, and when we got into the studio, all these ideas sort of just came into fruition, and they all gelled. Yeah, and then we got Kavisha Mazzella, who's more of a folk singer, really, and really good of really good repute down in Australia, and she really latched on to this idea, that the theatre of it, I think, and gave us great harmonies in the background, and it just it ended up being like, for me, who had worked on it for a long time in pre-production, it was great to see it come together. It came together really quickly in the studio. Like we did it and another song, which will be coming out later, in just a couple of days, and really put it together fast, and which is the way I like to work in the studio.
Yeah, I have to ask this about the lyrics, because it is the lyrics that really takes you on a journey. Whose idea was that? It's inspirational, is what I mean, you know.
Yeah, exactly, and it was so it's from Lola got the idea from the movie Cool Hand Luke, and I actually was working on the song for ages, and Lola kept saying, "Have you seen the movie?" And I kept saying, "Oh, I was thinking I'll get to it," and then eventually I watched it, and it's a really great movie.
I just missed out on the movie name. What was it?
Cool Hand Luke.
Oh, right, okay, with John Wayne.
Paul Newman.
Paul Newman, that's it.
Yeah, Paul Newman's terrific in it. And,
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a brilliant performance, but it is like he's a sort of this tragic lost character, and he's not really a bad guy, but he keeps doing the wrong thing. You know, he just keeps doing the wrong thing, probably by society more than morally. You know, he just can't seem to keep out of trouble. And so it's a really interesting movie, very unusual, and so the lyrics are pretty universal, I think, for anyone that's never really fit in and tried to, just tried to find somewhere to fit and tried to stay out of trouble but can't for whatever reason.
I don't know why. I might be a little bit different than others when I listen to lyrics and songs because I hear so many. But I honestly, you can tie some of those lyrics up to Christ.
I think there is. Yes, there is a definite.
The innocent man.
I think I think it definitely is tied in. So it's a universal story, which is what I like about a lot of songs and songs in general, is that they can sound like they're about one thing, but they're really like a universal tale. And this definitely is a universal tale. And we spoke about that element where it is, it's like any redemptive story, It's like touching on that, and which I think is great, a great tale,
Yeah, it could easily be passed off as a gospel when you listen to it. It's
and it has that, and we spoke about that when we in the pre-production and making it, which is what I loved about the Kavisha's harmonies in the background. It does have it, and the organ and stuff. It has a gospel quality at times, which is great. I love gospel music, and It
really comes out, and it comes out in the feeling too for the song. As far as your vocal is concerned, Miguel, I have to congratulate you in putting together such a precious piece of work.
Thank you, Mark. That means a lot. Thank you.
Good on you, mate. Well, we're going to go and play that. I played another song of yours that you sent me this morning, and I received some good, promising feedback. So there you go.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'll send you some more material along, and I'm glad you enjoyed that. I'm glad other people enjoyed it too.
Really looking forward to it. All right, then, my friend, we'll look forward to the follow-up song to Innocent Man that, as you said, will be out shortly, and also, I suppose, another album not too far away.
Yes, another album. We've spoke. There are a couple of other ones in the really early demoing stage with Lola in the same ilk, I guess. And we spoke about what more to do with it, and hopefully we can keep working on stuff. And I'd love to include these two songs on a bigger project, but we'll see what happens. I hope so.
Yeah, fair enough. And we might go out and play this song now, and I'd like to play it for Lola Britton, who's a great friend of mine. And who was the other co-write? Martin Sykes.
Yeah.
Okay, terrific. And yourself, of course. So thanks very much, and I don't think it'll be the last time that we'll come together, Miguel. Good on you, buddy. I really like being part of your music.
Thanks a lot, Mark. I appreciate it. Look forward to speaking to you again.
And you can get this song on most downloads?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yep.
Terrific.
Most downloads. I have to put it up on Bandcamp, but you can download it all the standard streaming places, yeah.
All good. And if people want your albums, Miguel?
I'm on Miguel Rios. I'm on Spotify as Miguel Rios. You just have to find me, not the Spanish man with the famous name.
Terrific, mate.
You should be able to find me there in Australia.
Okay, here he is, Miguel Rios and Innocent Man, and I'll catch up with you next time.
Stations around the world.
Lord, this is a long, long road, and I'm carrying a heavy load. I'm a drinker, fighter, I carry a ton. Lord, that's where I'm coming from. Out with the boys, I act real cool. Truth is, I've been a real fool. I've fronted every court in the land. I plead this is just who I am. I believe I'm an innocent man. No one listens. down again. My time's nearly up. Soon I'll be free of a life that will be the death of me. I kneel before the precious Lamb who was nailed to a tree, an innocent man. Working in the blazing sun, I'll be grateful when this day is done. I gotta keep this pickaxe swinging to the beat of the song the boys are singing. Lord, only you can set me free. Everyone else has given up on me. My time's nearly up. Soon I'll be free of a life that will be the death of me. I kneel before the precious Lamb who was nailed to a tree, an innocent man. I pass my case to your higher power to plead for me in my final hour. Only you, Lord, can understand the pain of being an innocent man. My time's nearly up. Soon I'll be free of a life that will be the death of me. I'll kneel before the precious Lamb who was nailed to a tree, an innocent man. I'm an innocent man.
Yes, An Innocent Man by Miguel Rios. You have been listening to the International Show with Mark Eckel and Shaza Leigh. Until next time, please keep
Star
listening.
Central team,
Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to another great artist.
Thank you for supporting the International Show with Mark Eckel and Shaza Leigh. Proudly sponsored by Star Central and produced by Butler Gilchrist Productions.